Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Network, and here's the big game. Atlanta Braves at the San Francisco Giants. Its first pitch is scheduled for 2 p.m. Eastern, top of this hour. It will be Big Ron Reed for the Braves, the first place Braves, and Juan Marichal for the Giants, the winningest pitcher in baseball. The Atlanta Braves are in first place in the National League West. They have a 3 1/2 game lead over these San Francisco Giants. This is the second of a 2-game series. This one is dated September 16 for our 1969 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. The Giants won the first of this 2-game series 4-2. They came into the series 4 1/2 behind. And now they have a chance to come within 2 1/2 games of the Atlanta Braves. Let's review our opening lineups here. For the Braves, leading off Felipe Alou in center field. Batting second, Felix Millan at second. Henry Aaron batting third in right field. Rico Carty is the cleanup hitter. He's in left. Orlando Cepeda at first base batting fifth. Cletus Boyer batting sixth at third base. Bob Didier is the catcher batting seventh. Gil Garrido will play short and bat eighth, and Tall Ron Reed with 18 wins is the starting pitcher. He is a +2 with Didier's arm. His hold is a 0. Didier a +2. For the San Francisco Giants, it's Tito Fuentes leading off at third base. Batting second is Ron Hunt at second. Willie Mays batting third in center field. The cleanup hitter, Willie McCovey, at first. Bobby Bonds batting fifth in right field. Ken Henderson batting sixth in left. Jack Hewitt, the catcher, batting seventh. Hal Lanier is at short. He'll bat eighth. And the pitcher, the winningest pitcher in Major League Baseball, Juan Marichal, right-hander, like Reed. He's 124. His steal equation is a 0. His hold is a 0, and Hewitt is a 0 arm. got about 7 minutes until the first pitch. I've got my coffee. I've got everything. We'll be right back in just a few minutes for the first pitch of this ball game. Stand by, please. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, that's good coffee. All right, demos, yes. And we have about 2 minutes until the first pitch here. We are at Candlestick Park in San Francisco for the second game of this series. For those of you just joining us, big series. The first place Braves came in with a 4 1/2 game lead. They lost to the Giants in the first game 4-2. A win today by the Giants can cut it down to 2.5 games. Two great pitchers on the mound. Big Ron Reed for the Atlanta Braves. He's 118. And ace Juan Marichal, the winningest pitcher in baseball. He's 124. We have our catcher pitcher equations demos. We have Reed at a +2. He has a 0 hold. And Didier +2. And we have Marichal at a 0. He's got a 0 hold. And Heat, the catcher, is a 0. And in about a minute or less, we expect the Giants to take the field. Good crowd here at Candlestick, I would hope, for this ball game. Looking at real world, attendance was 13,802. It's a little surprising. It was a night game. But I'll tell you, that seems a little unusual. Let's see where the Giants were in real world on this game. They were in first place by a half game, so I can't even understand how they only draw 13,000 here for this night game. And the Giants take the field. It's Marichal on the mound. He is the catcher. McCovey at first, Hunt at second, Fuentes at third. Lanier at short, outfield left to right, Henderson, Mays, and Bonds. And leading it off for the Braves is Felipe. Marichal is ready. Here's the windup. The pitch to Felipe. That's going to be 2-10, and he grounds it to third. Fuentes has it, throws it to McCovey, 1 down, and we are underway here at Candlestick. It was a 2-10 right-handed. And here's Felix Millan. Marichal gets the sign, he sets. The wind up, the big kick, and the pitch to Felix. That's going to be 6-6 right-handed. He lines it to short, caught by Lanier. 2 outs. Now here comes future Hall of Famer Henry Aaron. I think it's fair to say. Here's Marichal now. And the pitch to Aaron. That's going to be 5-11 right-handed. Grounder to third. And it's Fuentes again. He picks it up. He throws it to McCovey. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Marichal. After a half an inning, it's Atlanta nothing. And San Francisco coming to bat. Now here's Big Ron Reed on the mound. Tito Fuentes to lead it off. Fuentes, switch hitter, batting left. That's going to be 112 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Fuentes. Into center field, above Felix. Felix tried to get for it. He had no chance. A leadoff hit by Fuentes. Now he's a D. He has an asteroid on his stealing. But he has a pretty good chance of getting a lead. You know, but if he does not, even if he does, he'd be 15 plus 2, 17. And then held, he'd be a 15. He is being held. So Fuentes being held at first. See, I would never hold a D bunter, but in super advanced, we're holding him. We're going to try to get the lead here. Again, it's going to be 1 to 15, plus 2, 1 to 17, and minus 2, 1 to 15. Not a bad chance there. Let's see if he can get the lead. Oops. We'll go with the 2 die. And it is a 2. He gets the lead. He has to go now. Ignore the white die there. That's a 2. He's got the lead here with Hunt at the plate. Okay, Reed facing Hunt again. Fuentes with the lead and being held. 1 to 15. 1 to 13, 1 to 15. Okay, here's the throw. Here's the pitch to Hunt. There he goes. And he's safe. Fuentes has stolen second, Demos, and I think I did it right. I think I did it. Tito Fuentes. And there's no error by the catcher, even though I'm not doing it. Now Fuentes in scoring position here for Hunt. There's no hold now. Hunt is not being held. He's going to lay it down. They're playing a little small ball here. Here's Reed now. Hunt and a bunter on the pitch. It's hit back to Reed. It's a 5. Oh, we got speed here. He lays it down. He has a chance to beat it out. We'll roll the 20 die. If it falls within his running range, he beats it out. Outside, it's a sack. He's a 1 to 14. And oh no, it is a sacrifice. So he almost beat that out. A nice bunt by Hunt. Fuentes on third with 1 down. Now Mays can lift a fly ball and possibly bring Fuentes home. I'm pretty sure I got that right. He was being held, Fuentes. You know, on the stealing. Still 1 to 15, 1 to 17, and then minus 2, 1 to 15. I mean, I think it's as simple as that. Plus he had to go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Fuentes on third, one down. Here's Mays now. Reed from the stretch. The pitch to Mays. That's going to be 6-10, right-handed. He walked him. Reed has walks Mays here. That'll make it first and third, one out for Stretch McCovey. Be glad to walk him intentionally, but you got Bonds up next. And you, well, we're not going to do it. So here's Reed facing McCovey. From the stretch, Reed. And the pitch, that's 3-7. He walked him. He walked him anyway. And that loads the bases. Ron Reed in trouble here. All that work for Fuentes to get to third now. It's bases loaded after 2 walks with 1 out only for Bobby Bonds. Infield is back. Reed in trouble here in the first, trying to get out of it. Here's Reed now. And the pitch to Bonds. That is a 3-6, and that's going to be a non-clutch base hit to left. That'll score at least a run. There's only 1 out. It was 3-6 clutch. It is a single. Fuentes scores. Mays coming around third. It was hit to left. 1-16. +2, 1-18. They'll let him score and hold Bonds and McCovey where they're at. A 2-run single here. And the Giants take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. First and second, still only 1 out. Here's Ken Henderson now. Ken, switch hitter. Batting left against Reed. Here's Reed now. That's 111 right-handed. Grounds it to short, forcing Bonds. And McCovey will go to third. That's 2 away now. First and third, 2 away now. 2 runs in, and here's Jack Head. Clutch situation here for Head. And he's a good clutch hitter. Reed gets the sign and the pitch. 6-5 right-handed. It's a fly ball to right. This should end the inning. Aaron is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. But there were 2 runs for the Giants. On 2 hits, 2 walks, a whole bunch of stuff happening there. And 2 left on. After 1, it's 2-0 Giants. Marichal on the mound. He retired the Braves in order in the first. It'll be Rico coming up to lead it off. Here's Marichal now. And the pitch, 6-10. Right-handed, grounds to short X. For Lanier, 229. Ooh, 229, 17-2. It's a G1. He gets to it. E29. 4, 5, 6, 9. And he throws him out. So that's one away. And here comes Orlando now. Stacking limit for the Giants. Again, the Giants 3 1/2 behind. Big game. Orlando at the plate, Marichal. And the pitch to Orlando. 4-7 right-handed. That is a base hit for Orlando. Now you see Orlando with an asterisk, a 16. He'll be held. Orlando being held. That was by the way, that was a 4-7 right-handed. Marichal has a 0 equation with Heath. If he gets the lead, he'd be a 1-2-14. And I think that's a iffy call. We'll just let them hold Orlando. Here's Cletus now. Orlando is being held, though. Here's Marichal. And the pitch to Cletus. That is 6-11. Right-handed fly ball right X. Bonds getting under that 2-8. Two 8 14-2. He gets to it on an F2. E8. 6-10-15 E8. Oh my, and it's a 2-base error by Bonds. Oh my. He obviously misjudged that. It was E8 with a 6-10-15. That's going to be an E2. It's going to be an F2 E2. It's a 2-base error by Bobby Bonds, sending Orlando to third. So it's Cletus on second, Orlando on third with 1 down. And this is a tough situation. Bob Didier, the batter, the infielder is back. Real tough situation. No one being held. Scholar has all but promised that the Giants will do it. Here's Marichal. The pitch to Didier. That's going to be 2-10 right-handed. Grounds it to second. Orlando comes home. That will be unearned. The infield was back. That would have been the third out. It was a grounder to Hunt. His only play was to first. It was 2-10 right-handed. An unearned run. Cletus went to third on that. Now it's Garrido. Now Marichal trying to get out of this. 2-1 ball game now. Here's Marichal. And the pitch 2-9 right-handed. Chops it to short. Lanier has it. And he throws it to McCovey and the side is retired. So 1 run, it was unearned. There was a single Then the very costly two-base error by Bobby Bonds out in right. It was second and third. The ground ball by Didier brought Orlando home. We're in the middle of the second. It's a 2-1 ball game, and there's tension here. I don't know about you. I'm feeling it. Here's Ron Reed. I'm worried about a whole bunch of shit in my life. Here's Hal Lanier now. It will be Lanier, Marichal, and then back to the top with Tito Fuentes. Reed is ready now. Here's the pitch to Lanier. That's 4-7. Switch hitter batting left. He struck him out. One down. And here's Juan Marichal. Juan, a 2WR. Okay, Reed is ready. The windup, pitch to Marichal. 4-8, right-handed. Oh my, Marichal swings and hits it deep. Wow, into the gap. It's going to drop, and he's going to go to third with a triple. How do you like that? A triple by Marichal. And it could happen, folks. Don't tell me that's not realistic. Let's look at that again. 4-8, right-handed. Triple 1-3, base hit the rest. It was a 3. And if you're wondering about Marichal, he hit 138 this year, and he had one triple. He had a double and a triple. So it could happen, and in fact it did happen. So with one out, it's Juan Marichal on third, and here's Fuentes. The infield will play this back. Here's Reed now. The pitch to Tito. And that's 110 right-handed. He grounds it to short, and Marichal will hold. Garrido throws it to Cepeda. 2 down. And now it will be a clutch situation for Ron Hunt. Hunt, not a particularly good clutch hitter, but you never know. Two outs, Marichal on third. Reed from the stretch. The pitch to Hunt. 3-11, it's chopped to second. And Felix has it. He throws it to Orlando, and the side is retired. So a 1-out triple by Marichal. He was left on base, no runs. A lot of action in the ball game thus far. It's 2-1 Giants. We head to the top of the third. It'll be Ron Reed to lead it off. Okay, Marichal is ready. He gets the sign from here. Here's the windup and the pitch to Reed. That's 2-9, and he chops it to first for McCovey, who takes it to the bag. 1 down. And here comes Felipe. Felipe grounded to third in the first. Oh. Here's Juan into his windup. And the pitch to Felipe. That's 1-3, right-handed. Another chopper to McCovey, and he'll take it to the bag. 2 away for Felix. Felix popped to short in the first. Juan Marichal, 24 wins on the season. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. Whew. Marichal, the windup, the big kick, and the pitch to Mian. That's going to be 1-7 right-handed. That is a base hit for Felix. Now we have a super advanced situation here. Doesn't have a chance, much of a chance there for, look at that. Felix had 14 stolen. He will be held. He would be a, with a lead, he would be a 1-16. Pretty good. Let's see if he can get the lead. Here's Marichal. Marichal now facing Aaron. See if he gets the lead here. If he does, he's got to go. Whoa, it's a 9. And no, he does not get the lead. And he's thrown out. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the other side. I was looking at Aaron. He does not get the lead. He does not get the lead. So, I was looking at Aaron. He is not caught stealing with the dash there. No automatic out. He's being held with 2 outs. And being held, he will, you could see he's a 6 without the lead. And therefore, he will not go. But he's being held. Here's Aaron. That's a good thing. That might be a good thing, you know, within Strat-O-Matic. Good for Atlanta to have him hold. Now a ground ball X could go through, having him held. Here's Aaron now with Felix on first. Yeah, Demos, was it off Al McBean? Oh, thank you, Demos. I don't know if you heard me mention that he had 1 triple. I didn't know who it was, but I think you used logs or something there. So Felix being held with 2 outs. He's not going anywhere. Here's Aaron at the plate. Marichal. And the pitch, that's 6-5 right-handed. Fly ball right. This should end the inning. This time Bond's under it. A gasp from the crowd. He made a 2-base error. He makes the catch. He made one in the second. The side is out. It was a 6-5 right-handed. No runs, the single by Felix. I'm assuming, if I'm not hearing from Demos, And he's watching my handling of Felix. It was handled correctly. He tried for the lead. He did not get it. He chose not to go. He was being held. And he was not caught stealing, of course. He has a dash there. We're heading to the bottom of the third. Big Ron Reed now. And boy, this game is anybody's ball game. Al McBean allowed a triple to Juan Marichal. He's on at San Diego. Oh, he must have hit that well. It will be Mays, McCovey, and Bonds, the heart of the order here, bottom of the third, with the Giants leading 2-1. Here's Reed, and the pitch to Mays. That's going to be 5-10 right-handed, grounds it to short X. Garrido at 318. .318, that's going to be 4-3. It's going to be an S1 single, getting past Garrido. E18. E18. That's 6-10-11 on an E18. And that will be a leadoff single by Mays. Now there's Mays. He's, you know, he stole 6 out of 8 attempts. If the situation is right with Mays, and this is good for practice, if Mays gets the jump, it's not likely. He'd be a 15 plus 2, 1-17, with the lead 1-15. And we will hold him. Some of you may say that's, but there's a good rationale, I think, there for the hold. We're going to see if he gets the lead. It's unlikely. No, he does not. And there's no automatic out with the hyphen, and therefore he'll sit pat without the lead there. Without the lead, he not a good chance. It's a 6. Being held, that's a 2. And then with Reed, it's a 4. 4 out of 20 chance. 20% chance. So Mays on first being held. And, you know, if you're here, demos, you could hear me. Once you put him on a hold here, you really shouldn't lift it. That's not fair to the offense. You should not lift the hold here. In the case where you're not going, but you held him, you should keep it in place as long as he's on first. I suppose a new pitcher or a new catcher could change that. Here's McCovey now with Mays on first. Reed from the stretch. And the pitch to Stretch, 4-6 left-handed. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Ron Reed, the second of the ball game. There's one away. And now Bonds. Mays still being held. Because if we were to undo the hold, again, he does not have a lead. And I don't think you can retry it. You know what I'm saying? I guess could you retry it? You know, but he does not have a lead. We'll just keep him set where he's at. There's still some questions I have about advanced. super advanced. Stealing, because we're holding Mays. I've already tried for the lead, failed, and I don't think it's right to try again. You don't get another chance. On that triple, Marichal scored when the shortstop threw the ball away for an error. Wow. Now, I don't know that they have that in Strat-O-Matic. Wow. Do they? A triple and an error. I guess there might be, in the outfield, you could get a 1-4. You can get a TR3E1, right? A TRE31. You know what I'm saying? I guess that could happen. You get like a triple here, and then you on the roll you get an E1 and a TR3E1 would be a triple and an error. Batter and all runners score, so it could happen. Here's Bonds now. Again, Mays held without the lead. If we undo the hold, we could undo the hold, and then that would change everything, folks. I guess I could do that. I could undo this hold. But he does not have the lead. I can't re-roll for the lead. I would like to just check real quickly in my instructions to see once you hold on stealing, yeah, you can go if the pitcher changes with it or a catcher changes. They say with a worse rating, but I would say any change with the pitcher or the catcher. A runner who was previously attempted and failed to achieve a good lead may try for the good lead once more. Once more there. And here it says if a this is 23.3. Well, this is at the bottom of page 9. If a runner being held on base, which he is, attempts and fails to achieve a good lead, he may try for the good lead once more if the defensive manager later decides to cease holding the runner on base. So that's the situation here where we are not ceasing to hold him. Here's Reed now, facing Bonds, 1 out, Mays held on first. And the pitch to Bonds. 2-5, right-handed, struck him out. That's 2 strikeouts in order here for Big Ron Reed. 2 down on a 2-5 right-handed. And it's up to Ken Henderson now. Mays still being held. Here's Ron Reed now. And the pitch to Henderson. That's going to be a 6-7. Switch hitter batting left. Single 1 to 8. Oh, it's a 9. It's a grounder to first, and Orlando has it. And he throws to Reed, covering the bag. What a pretty play. And the side is retired. Let's look at that again. It was a 6-7 with a 9 on the 20 die. Single 1 to 8, switch hitter batting left. And it was a 9, a pretty pickup by Orlando on his knees. And then having to throw to Reed, covering smartly, covering the bag. And that will retire the side. No runs. The leadoff single by Mays. Left on base. We have gone 3. It's 2-1 Giants. It's a very, very important game. It's a very tense game. My name is Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We'll take a break for about 3 minutes. And we come back. It'll be the top of the 4th. Thank you for coming to the ball game, liking the broadcast, subscribing, and so forth. I'll be right back. We're back. A very tense ball game. Juan Marichal takes the mound. He's allowed 1 run. It was unearned. In 3 innings, 2 hits, no walks, no Ks. It will be Rico, Orlando, and Cletus here in the top of the 4th. Here's Rico now. He steps in. Here's Marichal. Wind up, big kick, and the pitch to Rico. That's 2-12. He flies it to right, and Bonds is there. 1 away. Wait a minute, I'm so sorry. That was a ballpark slash. So sorry, misread that. Isn't that something? Let's just make sure 2-12 right-handed. Ballpark slash Rico right-handed in Candlestick. Single 1-7. No, it's a liner to short. That might be a case where you would call it a fly ball right. Demos, but we'll call it a liner to short, 1 down. And here comes Orlando now. Orlando steps in. He's singled with 1 out in the 2nd. Went to 3rd on the 2-base error by Bonds, and then came home on the ground ball hit by Didier. It's 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Marichal. That's going to be a 4-4 right-handed. He catcher-acts. He hit 3-3. Three, 13-3. It's a pop-up in foul territory. He had trying to get under that. He's an E3, 6-9-10. And he makes the catch. It's a P/F with no one on. Foul out to hit. 2 away. And here's Cletus. Marichal now, the windup and the pitch to Boyer. That's 3-8 right-handed. He grounds it to short. Lanier has it. And he throws it to McCovey. It's a 1-2-3 for Marichal here in the 4th. Two 2-1 Giants, middle of the 4th. Big Ron Reed now. His endurance inning is 7. Marichal is 9. It'll be Heath, Lanier, and Marichal here, bottom of the 4th. Here's Jack Heath. He flew to right in the 1st. Pitch from Reed. 2-11. Right-handed, grounds it to 3rd. Cletus has it. And he throws to Orlando, 1 away. Now Hal Lanier. Three, 6, right-handed, lines to first to Orlando. Right there, right on. He hardly had to move. 2 outs. And Marichal comes in with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 Giants, bottom of the 4th. And the pitch, 2-9, and he struck him out. That's the 4th strikeout for Reed. He's retired 6 in order. We've gone 4. It's 2-1 Giants. Now Juan Marichal in his 5th inning here. Lord, what a game. A lot of tension. Oh, Lord. It will be Didier, Garrido, and Reed for Atlanta. Oh, that's good, Karl. Good water. Okay, Didier steps in. He's a catcher and he's a switch hitter. I don't know many of those. Okay, here's Marichal. He's ready. The pitch to Didier. That's 3-2. Switch hitter. Against the right-hander, lines to second, caught by Hunt. One down. Now Gil Garrido, the shortstop, he grounded to short in the 2nd. Reed comes out on deck. The windup by Marichal. And the pitch, that's 3-6 right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit for Garrido. A non-clutch single on a 3-6 right-handed. Bringing up Ron Reed, big Ron Reed, an A bunter. Felipe on deck. Infield comes in, he's a B now. Letting it out. Telling you what I'm doing here. Here's the pitch from Marichal to Garrido. He's a B. That's going to be hit to Squibber right in front of the plate. And he picks it up, has to go to first. And Garrido will advance. It was a Squibber, a 7B. So Reed gets a sacrifice bunt. 2 outs now. With Garrido in scoring position, he's the tying run. This is a clutch situation, and the batter is Felipe. Here's Marichal now, from the stretch. The pitch to Felipe. That is 6-3, right-handed, fly ball left X. Henderson, he's a 210. Yeah, he's good. Henderson trying to get to that 2E10. It's big. 4-2, he gets to it on an F1. E10. Can he hold on to it? 5-10-12. Yes, he does. And the side is retired. A nice catch by Henderson. I'll tell you, the tension is thick here. No runs, one hit. Garrido left on second. We're in the middle of the fifth here. These damn things are so flimsy that if you don't stay on top of it, they're gonna fall apart on you. Oh, God, shit. Look at this. I got a tear over here. I'm gonna run out of tape. Really, what would be ideal is a folded lamination here. I know that Mike Terranova has his laminated. If it folded, it would even be better, you know. But you got to keep up with your tears. You're going to run into huge problems up the road. You got to maintain it. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth. It's an intense ball game, big ball game. Big Ron Reed coming out. He'll face the top of the order here. It'll be Fuentes leading it off. He singled, stole second, and scored in the first, along with Mays for that two-run first. For the Giants, that's where we're at. 2-1 Giants. Okay, Reed is ready. He gets the sign from Didier. The wind-up, the pitch to Fuentes. Whoa, that's a 5-8. Switch hitter batting left, fly ball left. And Cardi gets under it, 1 out. You have cardboard stock. How'd you do that? How'd you get them in cardboard? Did they come at that time? Did they come that way? Oh. They did come that way? They don't make them that way anymore. And I remember years ago when I got them, they were flimsy. Was that like a special year or something? I should make photos of these, you know. I should make a long photo of these in large resolution, make the photos, and then I'd have them all. I have I have this side. I have this side. Oh, do they? In cardboard stock. The only problem with that is, you know, just to get anything delivered costs an arm and a leg. When you want just something like that, I wish I could say to them, throw it in a frickin' envelope and put a stamp on it. I'm looking at miscellaneous game parts. But all I see is paper. All I see is paper here. You see? This right here, it says paper. You know, the textbook is only $2. That's pretty good. We'll deal with that one way or another. Here's Ron Hunt leading up. I think I'll take a picture of them. It's $5, but I don't see it on the site. I don't see it at all on the site. Game parts. Right now on the site, all I see is the $3 for paper. That's all I see. But okay, you know, it's not worth going too much longer here on that. We'll deal with it. First world problems. Okay, here's Hunt now with one out. Reed. That's going to be 5-5 right-handed. Fly ball center for Felipe. And that's 2 away. Now Willie Mays. Mays walked and scored and singled. Left on base in the third. Here's Reed. And the pitch to Mays. That's going to be 1-7, and he flies it to center for Felipe again. And the side is retired. A 1-2-3 for Reed. He's retired 9 in order. And it's a very, very intense 2-1 ball game. Giants in the lead. Let me see if I do a search. Super advanced fielding chart, cardboard. Strat-O-Matic. I just see paper. That's all that comes up on a search. I see a Reddit thread asking if anyone has. Okay, they stopped selling it, yeah. Okay, maybe they stopped selling it. Lamination is the way to go, I think. But what I'm gonna do, see, I have a problem here on the folds, okay? These are 18s. I think that's a 17. I have a copy of this. I'm good here. I'm good here. This gets used less, so therefore it's good. See, there's a tear right there coming in. I think a little project for me after this ball game will be to make pictures. You got yours a couple years ago. I have here, if anyone's interested, this is it was just sent to me on the fly by Mike Terranova. It was very kind of him, and it's high resolution, and it covers me. In fact, this would work for me because you see how high the resolution is. This will work very nicely for me because I could use this one for the infield side, and that's where I have my problem with the folds. My problem with the other side does not have a fold problem where they're literally faded away. So what we'll do is we'll get the other sides done, and we'll include this one, and we'll be all set so we can continue to maintain our paper here, but we will have the other as a backup, and so we'll be in good shape. We are heading to the top of the sixth. It's Juan Marichal. He'll face Felix, Henry, and Rico here in the top of the sixth. What a ball game. What a very, very intense ball game. Well, you're glad you're smart to have gotten it. And you know, that's the kind of thing you want to get when you're ordering other stuff, because their shipping costs are ungodly. Okay, they are. You know what I mean? Ungodly. I'm gonna get some coffee and we'll continue this ball game. Absolutely ungodly. And Frank has arrived, Frank. We got another one here, Frank. This is the big game today. It's almost a must-win for the Giants, and they got the best they have. You bulk order, yeah. You mean you order a lot of stuff at once. Here's Marichal, Felix coming up. Whoops. What the hell happened here? I'm sorry, people. There we go. When you bulk order, you get a better thing. A better deal, sure. Here's Felix now. Fortunately, I have enough B score pads to finish this replay. and I think the postseason. I once won the $50 prize for I forgot the name of their contest, their monthly contest. I bought all score pads. Who you talking to, Demos? Me? I enjoyed it too. It was good just chatting about things in general. Anytime you want to do a live together, it would be great to just chat about Strat-O-Matic. Here's Felix now, Marichal, and the pitch. That's going to be 2-6 right-handed. Base hit for Felix. Now, Felix with the asteroid. I was, I was tired too. I don't usually stay up that late, and I was up till about 11 when I finally started drifting. Felix is on. Look at that, 18 with a lead. He cannot be thrown out trying to get a lead. Again, we're a little slow, folks, on this, but still learning. We are looking at with a lead with Marichal, a 0. That's going to be a 18, and with a lead 16, and that's worth looking at. Let's go. Let's try for the lead here. He will be held. And a general rule of thumb, a B and an asterisk suggests, even though we don't use B, suggests that we would hold him. Here's the attempt by Felix to get the lead. And that's 12. So he does not get the lead. He does not have to go, and he's not very good without the lead. He is going to be a 2. A 2. Be a -4. And a 0 on the pitcher catcher. So he'll sit put and be held. But at least he creates the threat, forcing the Giants to hold him. Here's Aaron now. Felix on first. The pitch from Marichal. That's going to be 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out. Oh, he went down swinging. That's the first strikeout for Juan today. 1 down. Oh. It was a 5-6 right-handed. By the way, so we can undo the hold if we want, I think. But then that would change everything. We cannot try for another lead. Looking again. I think you can undo a hold on every at-bat. That's what I would say. When I'm playing solitaire, unless I say it, he's still being held. And he still is being held. Here's Rico now. And if they undo the hold, then you can I don't know if you can retry for the lead. I don't know. See, there's still, this is an area that I would want to question you about, David. Just not sure about the extent to which can I undo holds. I know I can't try again for a lead. That I know. And if I can do an unhold, can I retry for a lead without an unhold? So that's a question I have. Here's Cardi now. You undo holds, okay. And then can you retry for a lead? It says not to. It would seem to make sense that you could. Okay, here's Marichal, the pitch to Cardi. 111. Oh my, it's a ballpark blast, hit deep. Oh my, on a 3. And Cardi has the power. And it's gone. Rico has just hit a 2-run home run. Let's look at it again. 111, that's a shame for us Giant fans. Wow. 111 right-handed. It was a ballpark blast. Hit deep to left. And he's right-handed in Candlestick. 1-19, no doubt about it. A 2-run home run. My Lord, off Marichal. What a frickin' shame. And boy, did it get quiet here in Candlestick. My Lord. What a blast. It gives me sort of an uneasy feeling to have these questions lurking. You know what I'm saying? That's number 23 for Cardi. But I say thanks to everybody who can help me with them. It's not worth being emotionally upset about. You can try once more for the lead if the hold was taken off. Bottom of page 9. Okay, here we go. In the textbook. Let me see where that might be. Let me see. Oh, you see, this is very clear. The base runner may make only one attempt for a lead, or a good lead, while he occupies the same base, unless if a runner being held on base attempts and fails to achieve a good lead, he may try for the good lead once more if the defensive manager later decides to cease holding the runner on base. So you can cease holding. You can cease holding. And that's exactly what Joel just said. Here it is. Here it is. So this is answering my question. You only get one chance to get a good lead for every time you're on any given base. And the only time I'd want to get a good lead is when I'm on first. But there is an exception. You can try again if the defensive manager unholds. And that answers the question, can you unhold? Sure you can unhold. The other situation, and this is one attempt for a good lead here, is if the defensive manager changes a pitcher, of course. They say with a worse hold rating, or they should say or a catcher with a worse arm. You could also say a runner who was previously attempted and failed to achieve good lead may try again. Now, it should be any pitching or catching change, because even if this is my opinion, a pitcher with a better hold rating and or a catcher with a better arm, it makes no sense, but you should still be allowed, because it's a different situation. But okay, we will. So I think I have that. I can unhold anytime. After a play, after an at bat, I can unhold at any time, and I can only try again for a good lead if unheld, while occupying the same base. That helps, because usually, I'll sit here and I'll have the whole thing eat me up alive. I'll have it eat me up alive. Okay? It'll eat my guts out. Well, here's what... I don't deal very well with ambiguity. That's why I'm always trying to get to the bottom of shit. Ambiguity and the unknowns. Okay, Marichal lets up a 2-run home run, and suddenly the Braves are leading 3-2. And here comes Orlando now. It eats my kishkis. Do you know what kishka is? Stuffed derma? You like stuffed derma? I haven't had good stuffed derma in a long time. I haven't been to a good deli the longest frickin' time. Here's Marichal. The pitch now to Orlando. And that's going to be 5-10, right-handed, fly ball right. And under that is Bonds, 2 away. And here comes Cletus now. I love it all. I love it, I love all sorts of ethnic food. I'm Jewish, folks, and I like Jewish deli. I don't like kosher. I think kosher food is kind of disgusting. Really. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm talking kosher markets are kind of repulsive to me. I'm sorry, folks. Oh yeah, I went, but I didn't get a good piece of a good cut. I went to what was the name of the place? From Harry Met Sally. I forgot the name of the place. When Harry Met Sally, that deli. But there's so many good delis. Okay, 2 outs. Here's Cletus. And the pitch from Juan. And that's going to be a 3-7. Right-handed, walked him. Marichal is on. And here's Didier. Didier is 0 for 2. Boyer, as you can see, is not really worth even holding or dealing with. Here's the pitch to, Boyer. It's not worth it. He had 3 out of 10 attempts. Here's Didier. You like stuffed derma, though. 2-9, right-handed, struck him out. So the side is out. Juan allows a 2-run home run, which is a big blow there to Giant fans. Rico's 23rd of the year. We're in the middle of the 6th. It is a 3-2 ball game. We're going to go on We will take a break after this inning is completed. Big Ron Reed now will face McCovey, Bonds, and Henderson. Bottom of the sixth. Now the Giants down by 1. Reed's first endurance next inning. Oh yeah, bagel. You know, let's get some bagel with cream cheese, chives, and lox, exactly. And put a Greek olive in the little hole there. It's absolutely delicious. But I like all ethnic food, folks. Don't get me wrong. I love Italian, Chinese, Thai, Chinese, Japanese. I don't do sushi. I like Greek. Okay, McCovey steps in. Big Ron Reed on the mound. Here's the pitch to McCovey. That's going to be a 1-3, right-handed. Ballpark blast by Willie. Oh my. It's going deep. And that's going to be gone. It is gone. Willie McCovey left-handed, 1-7 gone. It was a 1. And McCovey on the first pitch from Reed knocks it out of here. And I think that's number 51, but we'll check. Let's look at this again. 1-3. Right-handed. Look at that ballpark blast there. Just sitting there asking to be blasted. He's a monster. And it was 1-7 left-handed. And it's a 1. So we're confident with that. The Monster Man has tied up this frickin' ball game. And what a game it is. What a frickin' ball game it is. I think it's number 51. We're going to check. He had 45 in real world, and he was the MVP. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, another great game. It just unbelievable. For Willie, that is home run number 51. He's 9 away. Well, we could say 10 away from tying Maris's record back then. And it's a little far-fetched. We're in September. I don't think it's going to happen. But he is now within 1 of Hot Dog Jackson. Okay, Hot Dog Jackson leads all of Major League Baseball with 52 home runs. He hit 47 in real world. And now McCovey has hit his 51st. He's 1 behind Hot Dog Jackson for the Major League lead. Not that that's really a category, but that has brought this crowd back to life. Now here's Bobby Bonds. Reed now will face Bonds. How about back-to-backs? Here's Reed. The pitch to Bonds. That's a good roll. 3-4, and he struck him out. That's number 5 for Bobby. He strikes out a lot. We've always known that. He had 187 strikeouts. I mean, that's that's a lot of friggin' strikeouts. You know, yeah. I mean, 100 is one thing, but here's Henderson now. Pitch from Reed. Oh boy, 1-6 right-handed, pops it up to first. There's Orlando under that. 2 away. And here's the catcher, Jack Heath. What a frickin' ball game. He hit 0 for 2. Three, 6, and he walked him. I got to use the lavatory real quick. Take a quick, just a quickie. That was a 3-6 walk with 2 outs. Oh, God, what a game. Oh. Oh. Oh, you think the Bonds were the greatest father-son duo? Better than the Griffeys? Griffey Sr. was not, you know, he was very good, but you know, he wasn't a superstar, was he? Okay, he hit on first. Look at his stealing, by the way. He has no chance for anything there. I don't know how you'd even read that. He made no attempts. Just curious how you would even read that. I don't know how I would even read that, but it's Hal Lanier. We'll let he just stay put, and he's not being held. Here's Lanier. It's all tied here at 3, folks. Reed now. And the pitch to Lanier. Switch hitter batting left. Oh, that is a re-roll. Flat as a pancake only. Don't even look. Don't even frickin' look to see what it might have been. Pitch to Lanier. It's house rule. 2-3, right-handed. Pops it up behind the plate. That's for Didier. And Didier makes the catch, and the side is retired. We're heading to the 7th, the back 3 innings. A huge home run by Willie McCovey, who leads the National League now with 51. We've gone 6. It's 3-3. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We're doing the Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. I broadcast every single game. You think a blast wins this game? Well, we're going to see. I'm going to take a break for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to see if Frank is right. It's all tied up at 3. Of almost a must-win game for the Giants here. 3.5 games behind. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. I'll be back. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Well, we are back. It's been quite a ball game. We're about an hour and 38 minutes in, and both pitchers still at it. It's 3-3 through 6, and Marichal takes the mound here. He's allowed 3 runs in 6 innings. It was 2-1 Giants until Rico Carty hit a 2-run home run with Felix on first. That was with 1 out. And then only to have McCovey come back with the home run to tie up this ball game. And it's going to be Gil Garrido leading it off. And look at that. Reed is out on deck. Reed comes out on deck. And Marichal leads off the bottom of the 7th. They're staying with them. Here's Marichal now. The wind-up, the big kick, and the pitch to Garrido. And that is a 2-4 right-handed. It's a ballpark slash for Garrido. On a 2-4 right-handed. He's right-handed. And that's going to go through for a base hit. So Garrido with a leadoff single, and here's a situation for Reed to bunt. It's almost a gimme. He's coming up, but we roll. We will roll. I could wear the hat, but I don't think it's fair since I know he's going to bunt. So we're going to roll it and say, okay, they bring the infield in. 1, 2, and 3, the infield is in on a bunt. House rule. It's Garrido on first, nobody out. Here's Marichal. From the stretch, the pitch to Reed. It looks good. It's hit to first. Looks like we got some speed going on. He lays down a beauty, has a chance to beat it out. We're going to roll that 20 die. It is oh no, the infield was in. I'm so sorry. The infield was in. So it's going to be a sack. It's a successful sacrifice by Ron Reed, his second of the ball game. And that's going to send Garrido to second. And for those of you who are wondering, you know, sometimes you can forget when you're playing solitaire if you had brought the infield in or back, but we just look at the replay, and we're going to look here we're on replay mode. It's never a waste to double check. Here's the roll to see if the infield is in or out. This is a replay here. Invaluable resource. Can you imagine? There it is. It's in. It is in. I should find a way to write that down. So in any case, in the future, we have one out with Garrido in scoring position. Here's Felipe now. Marichal working from the stretch. The pitch to Felipe. That's going to be 4-6 right-handed. Oh, my. It's a base hit, and Garrido scores. Right off Marichal's card to make it a 4-3 ball game. Isn't that something? You wouldn't think Marichal would do that, but, you know, he did lose 11 games. Okay, so it could happen, I guess. You know, he's allowed 4 runs now. His endurance is not until the 9th. There might be a hitter for him next inning. It was a 4-6 right-handed right off of Marichal's card. Wait a minute. That is a re-roll. Holy shit. Folks, that is a frickin' re-roll. This is house rules, folks. You cannot mess around. We see it later. Now, I have my bias. I want the Giants, but this is a re-roll. I don't know if you can see the thing. It's very tough to see, but the surefire way here, it's got to be flat. is just to give it a little tap to see if it goes down. Yes, it is a re-roll. Oh my, that will not be a base hit. That's taken back. And folks, don't at me on this. Don't frickin' at me on this. This is a re-roll. There's no room for guessing. And it's got to be as flat as a pancake. Flatter. Because I don't think pancakes are flat. Some of you may object. But that was not a flat roll. And we get about 1 or 2. The 5 held up the 4 for sure, absolutely. So we're going to take it all back. It's a real shame here for the Braves. Oh, God. Really, I mean, what am I going to do, folks? What the hell am I going to do? Am I going to ignore that? And please, you know, even Frank corroborates, even though I think he wants the Giants. We know our bias. So we come back to a Garrido on second with 1 out and Felipe at the plate. It's all done over here. It's all frickin' done over. You know, you've got to, and you know, Strat-O-Matic clearly suggests to you wisely to set your house rules up front. And we have them up front. You know, they have a thing here, I'd just like to show you in the textbook, about a few words of from experience. Yeah, thank you, Frank. Thank you. To avoid disagreements with friends. I would say, you know, I'm not sure I would use that word because maybe you're playing against an enemy. We suggest a few considerations. Shake those dice well. Here it is. Agree in advance on when you will re-roll the dice for the same batter. For example, if any of them falls off the table, if one is tilted, when it stops rolling, etc. There it is right there, and it is a priori that we have set it up that way on re-rolls on flat, because I'm not going to guess. Was it a this? Was it a that? So here's Felipe now again. It's 1 out, Garrido in scoring position. Here's Juan now. And the pitch. That is 5-10 right-handed. Fly ball right field for Bonds. 2 outs. A 5-10 right-handed. And I have no qualms. This game is as fair as can be. Here's Felix. Felix 2-3. You know, it could almost be if you were playing face-to-face and you agreed to that rule, you'd be looking at that like, you know, they were looking at the chads, the hanging chads. Exactly. This is a non-issue, right? Exactly. Here's Felix, even though it is disappointing for Felipe, who would have knocked in the go-ahead run. Here's the from the stretch Juan. 3-8 right-handed, grounds it to short, and the side is retired. The plus is not used in super advanced, and Marichal gets out of it, and maybe now he is going to hit after all. So no runs, 1 hit. They left him in scoring position. We are in the bottom of the 7th. It's Big Ron Reed now in his first endurance inning. Juan will hit here. Lord, what a game. Marichal 1 for 2. He had the big triple, but was left on in the second. Here's Reed. And that's going to be 5-10 right-handed. A grounder to short X. Garrido 318. Bundle of nerves. .318, 10-3. It's a G2. He gets to it. E18. 5-10, 13. E18. And he throws him out. So Marichal is retired. Here comes Tito Fuentes. Tito switch hitter. Batting left against Reed. Reed in his first endurance inning. Tito 1 for 3, scored in the first, singled, stole second, and then came home along with Mays. Reed gets the sign from Didier, the wind-up, the pitch to Tito Fuentes. And that's 4-12, switch hitter batting left. It's a ballpark blast by Fuentes, but he does not have the power. He does not have the power. It is a 14. And he is switch hitter batting left, and that will be a long fly to right anyway. A long fly ball to right caught by Aaron. Let's look at that again. It was 4-12, switch hitter batting left, ballpark blast, converted to a single 2 asterisks if it goes, because he's a W against right-handers. Switch hitter batting left on a ballpark blast. Home run 1-7, and in this case, single 2 asteroids. It's a 14. It's a fly to Bonds. Fly to Aaron, 2 down. And here's Ron Hunt. How are the Mets doing? I know we're early on. Hunt 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt that set up Fuentes' score. Here's Reed. And that's 2-8. Right-handed. And it's a liner to short caught by Garrido. A 1-2-3 for Reed in his first endurance inning. 2-8 right-handed. And we've gone 7. It's 3-3. Both pitchers still going. Here's Juan Marichal. He'll face Aaron, Carty, and Cepeda here, folks. In the 9th, in the 8th. Oh, and 4. Holy cow. Holy cow. I am so tired of being worried about everything. So freaking tired of it. I'm gonna take a little hit here, if you folks don't mind. A micro, a super micro. I hope Kathy's okay. Haven't heard from Kathy in a while here. I know there's some bad weather up there, but I hope she's fine. Oh. we do here is we just take half of this. Not even 1/3. One third. You see how little that is, folks. Okay, that is frickin' little. Oh, you're watching World Curling. Well, Frank, you know, I don't feel dumb. I just feel like he knows a lot of shit. Okay, he knows a lot of frickin' shit, and that's... He's a good resource. And it's good shit. Okay? Don't get me wrong. It's indica. You know, I used to like sativa, but due to my chronic anxiety, I absolutely have to go with something much more calming. No need for a staple, no. No, exactly, Bill. Even though I have them. Oh, God, that is tasty. And even when I do an indica, I get anxious. It's a side effect of the cannabis. But I still like the head. There's an element of the head that I like. So, you know, that's the way. It's like a double-edged sword. But here we are. Look at this game. 3-3, top of the 8th. Juan Marichal. He'll have to face Henry, Rico, and Orlando. Here we go. Aaron steps in. Henry 0 for 3 today. He got him. Juan got him swinging in the 6th. Here's Juan now. The wind-up and the big kick. The pitch to Aaron. And that's going to be 5-9 right-handed. And he grounds it to Lanier at short, who has it, and throws to Stretch McCovey. And there's one away. We're talking 10-minute head? What are we talking about? I don't understand, Frank, what that means, 10-minute head. That was a 5-9. He got Aaron to hit it in the ground. Lanier picked it up. It was skidding. He picked it up nicely and threw it on over. And there's one away. Here's Rico now. He hit the home run, the big two-run blast. You missed, Bill, a unflat roll on the 20 die, a non-flat roll that negated a run-scoring single by Felipe in the top of the 7th. And that's like part of the game. You know what I mean? Flat is flat, folks. Flat is flat. Dorito? Oh, I used to love Rheingold. Rheingold extra dry. Oh, yeah. That used to quench a thirst like nothing else. Yeah, Garrido. We had to call it back, Bill. Do you want to see a replay? I'll be glad to show you a replay. Here's Henry now. Here's Rico now. I'll be glad to. He did score until we had to call it back, because then on my glance, sometimes I may miss it. But if I catch it, after looking at it again, you know, I say often, let's look at that again. Let's see that again, especially when you get a big base hit. You're fine. You saw it live. Okay. Didn't you agree with it? Here's Rico. Now, it's hard to see the dimensions here. I brought the camera down. It's very hard to see. Here's Marichal. The pitch, whoops. The pitch to Cardi. He saw it. That's going to be 6'11", right-handed. Fly ball right X. That's for Bonds. I'll tell you that right now. That is definitely going to be for Bobby Bonds. On a 6'11" right-handed, and you can see Bonds, a beautiful fielder, a 2.8. I mean, that's just fine. And Bonds, oh yeah, it's house rules, we know. Even though let's admit it. By the way, he is a 2.8 right-handed. If you want the Giants, which I do, I was glad it happened. I was freaking very glad. I know you'd like to see another one. Here's Bonds trying to get to it. Oh, that's a 12-2. And he does get to it. F2, he's E8. Let's see if he can hold it. Uh-oh. 6'11", 14. E8. And he does. A nice catch by Bonds. And the tension is almost unbearable. Here's Orlando. He's 1 for 3. Scored the first run for Atlanta. He had singled, and then the 2-run error by Bonds. He really muffed with that one up. Orlando went to third and held for Didier to then knock him home. The infield was back, and he knocked him home. And we're 3-3 here. Orlando now facing Juan. Here's the windup, and get a good roll here. The pitch to Orlando. There it is. It's a 1-7 right-handed. Fly ball center high and playable. Under that shit is Mays. And he makes the catch, Marichal. Both pitchers staying in this ball game. How do you like that? We're in the middle of the 8th. What a game it is. It's going to be the meat, or soy, if you're vegan, of the order for the Giants. We see here that Demons mention what in my talk? You talking about, did he mention the triple play? Was he there? Oh, no, we didn't. In general, you mean? You mean in general? I think you mean in general. And no, we did not talk about triple plays. We talked about a lot of shit, though. I got to tell you. No, we did not. We did not. We talked about a lot of shit, though. We went off into other stuff. And then at the end, we had a sort of a dialogue, an exchange about Strat-O-Matic, the culture, the history, our own involvement, and even some of the personalities that exist today. Next time you want to talk about triple plays, well, I'll tell you this. If you're here next time and Demos is in the text, let's remind him. And not only do, in one of his lessons, he did say he's going to do everything you always wanted to ask about Strat-O-Matic or Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced or everything you wanted to ask about super advanced Strat-O-Matic, but were afraid to ask because you thought people would shame you because you, well, were self-conscious, or you were shy, or you thought it was a dumb question. We often say there are no dumb questions. You know what? There are some dumb questions, but most aren't if they're sincere. Okay? I like to deconstruct almost everything. We're heading to the bottom of the eighth, and it's big Ron Reed. Let's not overlook, we have Marichal and Reed here today. It's a 3-3 ball game. It's not exactly been a, what could I say, the level of excellence of each of these pitchers. Even though, by the way, Reed's ERA is 3.47. I don't know what that means to you, but it sure doesn't impress me. Today, maybe that's a good ERA, right? But here's Big Ron Reed, and he's going to face Mays, McCovey, and Bonds, the absolute frickin' oh, that is funny as hell. That is funny. We don't care. I mean, you know what it is. The shipping. I bought 10 chillums, 10 little glass pipes, $13.95. You ready for this? Free shipping. Free shipping my anus. Okay, there's no such thing as free shipping. Nothing is free. I think Demos did hear about it. It was based on it's called really an Ivamy. The type of triple play there was. It's called an Ivamy, and it's when you roll the 20 die, and if it comes up 20, this is after a triple play within Strat-O-Matic conventions. It's unassisted if you hit a 20. And I did, and it was a 20. It's a house rule started by Bill Ivamy. I call it an Ivamy. Like a Scaramucci. And it's legend now because we can't find neither of us. I don't even remember who hit it, who was playing, or what, but we know it happened, and that's all that matters. Here's Mays, and most of my shit, almost all of my shit, is up. You can go look. Date by date. All the games are there. There might be one, and unfortunately that was one that wasn't. Okay, again, meat of the order. Soy, if you are vegan. Oh, you can go chickpeas. I heard chickpeas are a good source of protein. And I can take chickpeas. Too bad I don't have it tonight because it's actually good for you. Drain them, rinse them, put them in a bowl, add mayo, Dijon mustard, or some fancy mustard, chives. Maybe it's not mayo, maybe it's sour cream. I'd have to go look at the recipe again. And of course, don't forget to chill it. Okay, you can't eat that stuff room temperature. Chill that sucker. Oh, tofu, yeah. Here's Mays to lead it off. What a game it is. I'm just trying to savor it. Mays walked and scored, singled, flew to center. He's been held too a couple times. Here's Reed now. And the pitch, whoa, 112 right-handed. Oh, he hit him! Oh, he hit Mays. Oh, hit him down. He's okay. He's walking it off. He's hopping it off. He hit him in the calf. That's a really dangerous frickin' place that to hit a future Hall of Famer. But he's from old school. He frickin' walks that shit off. He hit him. Reed. It's 112. Is the fix on? Whoa. We have injuries built in, folks. We ignore that. It's pretty stupid, Strat-O-Matic, their injury method. I think it's just a bit just too arbitrary. You know what I'm saying? Go with real world. McAuliffe hasn't played all year. I guess I might remember him playing in April, and then he was gone. I think he broke his frickin' wrist. I heard it on a real world broadcast. Here's the big man. Now McCovey tied this ball game up with a blast-off read. He's walked, struck out, and blasted. Oh, and we're going with Mays again. And, you know, I'm new to super advanced, folks. Mays looks inviting with a lead. And even if he's held, he would be a -2. And a +2. Evening it out, making him a 1-15 if he has the frickin' lead. Okay, that's Mays. He had 6 out of 8. Okay, so Mays, again, we're going to go with the imagination of, first of all, the hold. If we don't hold him, he's 1-17. Let me figure this out. Let me get my let me get my frickin' sheet out here. You know, these are the days you look back and so Mays is we're just interested in with a lead. I'm not interested in him trying anything without a lead. First thing first, we're going to say he's being held, just to play it safe. And there's a risk there. We start with his 15. This is if he's held, but the thing is, if he's a 6. That's like hardly any chance. So why am I even trying? Well, because it might come through. Because he would be a 15, being held with the stretch, the -2, and then, of course, you have Reed with a 0 hold and Garrido Didier a +2 arm. So that's gonna negate itself and leave him as a 15. and so we say if we could roll a 6, that would be great, and he has to go. Okay? He has to frickin' go if that happens. And the upside of this is he cannot be caught stealing on this move. So here's Mays trying to get the lead. He is being held. And it's an 8. Oh, okay, so he does not get the lead and he's not going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere. So Mays on first being held. And what I learned today, and I'm all doing this because of demos, and of course the help from Steve Aquaman, and then the support of all the rest of you. That's the only way I'm able to even do this. The famous page 9 of the text points out, I already tried to get a lead with Mays. I can't do it again until one of the following happens. If they stop holding him, I can do that. That makes perfect sense. And if we change pitcher or catcher, my house rule is better or worse, for better or worse. I don't know what, you'd have to be a numbskull to bring in a worse catcher right in the middle of this thing. So Mays being held, McCovey on first at the plate. And it's a real tough situation because you're giving up an opportunity. Anything is a loser. Okay, there's no good move here. But they are going to walk. It's a gut intuition. McCovey has been intentionally walked. Wait a minute. Maybe I will not. Yeah, because I think Bill had a good point. If you have a man in scoring position already, I'll fill up first base. Don't put a guy in scoring. And if you're going to beat this San Francisco team, you're going to beat them by getting McCovey out. And that's the way the Braves are going to play this ball game. And here's Reed now. Pitching to McCovey. With Bonds on deck. You know, Bonds a 255 hitter, so we're not too... I mean, it would be great, but that's my thinking. Is... you know, walk them, but you really could be, it's gotten me into trouble so many times. Putting a guy in scoring position, here's Reed now. The pitch to, oh shit, Mays. Yeah, there's McCovey at the plate. Here's the pitch now. To McCovey, 5'8", left-handed, fly ball left. It's high, and it's playable. By Rico, one down. Now, I don't know. I'm not rooting for Atlanta now. I'm just saying. He got him. It's almost like a pop-up. That's almost like a freaking pop-up. One down. Here's Bonds now. It was a 5'8", left-handed. And here's Bonds now. 1 for 3. I remember when Bonds was alive. It's sad. He died young, I guess. Maybe cancer or something like that. It was some disease. It's unimaginable to me. I believe Willie Mays became Bobby Bonds' son's godfather. And they did love each other very much. You may think Barry is an asshole or whatever he is. I don't go for those kind of labels. I think it's sad that the steroids were there because he might have been considered the greatest hitter of all time. Overall. I think the whole steroid era they should be allowed in. It'd almost be like the day folks hit 420, you know, and you had 400 hitters on a regular basis. This was the period, and therefore, you know, how we look at him. They keep him out of the Hall of Fame, but they don't kick him out of baseball. I don't think they've kicked him out of baseball. Anyway, here's Bobby now. He has singled. He knocked in 2 runs with the big base hit in the first inning. This has been quite a ball game. So Bonds stepping in, Reed from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's 4-6 right-handed. He struck him out. That's the 3rd time today. He did knock in 2, though. Remember, 187. He did have over 700, well over 700 plate appearances, but 187 strikeouts, 32 goners, knocked in 90, stole 45, and well, he hit 259, but I think that was a good 259. In other words, he's getting good hits there. Doubles and homers. He's not a singles hitter, so to speak. 2 outs now. And Ken Henderson, the batter. This is Reed in his 2nd inning of endurance. He started off, it was very peculiar. He hit Mays on the calf. Good thing it was below the knee, but that's smart. And so Mays hopped it off. He's on first, 2 down. Here's Henderson, 0 for 3, reached on a force. The pitch from Reed. That's going to be 4-9. Switch hitter batting left. It's hit deep by Henderson. Oh, and it's gone. Oh, I was wondering when Ken Henderson would come through. It was a 4. Let's look at it again. 4-9 switch hitter batting left-handed. I think Frank was right. This is going to be one on a frickin' blast. It's a home run. Holy shit. Holy. Ooh, you know, Henderson almost like a journeyman player. Okay. I mean, I could look him up. I don't know how good he was ever, you know. Maybe he made the All-Star team 1 year. I don't know. Frank called it. Oh, shit, yeah. He's got the power. Look at him. End power. He hit 6. Okay, it's not like a blue moon for Henderson. Maybe the biggest home run of this frickin' season. And that's number 5 for Ken. In the replay. Again, 6 in real world, and maybe the biggest home run of the year for the Giants, if you will, for anybody. And boy, the crowd is going crazy. I know you can't hear it too well because we have it kind of muffled, but there it is. Now Ron Reed, they're going to keep him in there. There is action. It is a completely 5-3 ball game now. Jack Hewitt is due up. They'll let Reed pitch. They'll let him frickin' pitch. And if you are looking ahead to the 9th, it will be Cletus, Didier, and Garrido. Cletus, Didier, and Garrido, if they can get the pinch hitter and then start up again with the lineup. 2 runs is hardly out of reach for this Braves team. And again, remember, the Giants, if they win this, will be within 2 1/2 games to complete. This is their final meeting, and it's going to be a stretch here. Every game, they got to win everything, the Giants. In the East, the Cardinals have moved within 2 games of Pittsburgh, and they start each other on the 17th in a 2-game series. That's going to be a series of the year. The last time they meet, just a 2-game series. They are flat-footed, 2 games behind in the win and loss column, St. Louis. They played the same number of games. So it's very tight in the NL. AL, of course, wrapped up. Baltimore will be in Minnesota for the first game. I believe it's October 4 or October 3. I'm not sure which one. In real world. And we have Jack Hewitt. There is action. There is action. It's Upshaw. Now Upshaw pitched. I know the game's not close, but Upshaw pitched in real world. He's tossing the ball. He doesn't necessarily expect to have to pitch, but he may. And if he does, it would be a good thing. Okay, that's because if he does pitch, they would have tied it up or taken the lead. Here's Hewitt, and they're going to let Reed try to get this. The wind up, the pitch to Hewitt now. And that's going to be 2-9 right-handed, struck him out. So the side is retired. 7th strikeout for big Ron Reed. But 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Ken Henderson to make it a 5-3 ball game. And everything is coming up roses here in Candlestick. After the 2-run blast, we say, you know, this would be like, if this were the 7th game of a World Series, it would be this would be like a Bucky Dent kind of home run or something. Big Ken Henderson has really come through here. And he was getting mobbed by his teammates in the dugout because these Giants are in this. They believe that they are the best team in baseball. The truth of the matter is, it's and everything is all peaches and cream now in Baltimore after back in, I don't know, within the replay, it was sometime in August, maybe late August, when Paul Blair got caught with weed in the runway. And it was a whole, they lost 5 in a row. But they're back on track. And he reminds them, as he did in real world, that you are the best team in baseball. And then they got swept by the Mets. They won the first game, but then they were swept 4 games, if you follow what I'm saying. So Big Ken Henderson, we're heading to the 9th, and look who's coming out now. Look who's coming out. It's Juan Marichal. Going for the win here. It's about freaking time that Juan Marichal has, well, he's won 24. He's been at 24 for a little bit. Okay. He's been there. And Marichal comes out to take his warm-ups. And what a game it's been. I hope you've enjoyed this ball game. I sure have. It's the top of the 9th, and the Braves are down by 2. And here's Marichal going for win number 25. 25 frickin' wins, folks. That's like what Seaver had in real world. I mean, no one had 25. I believe Cuellar and McLean were tied for 23 in the AL. I know that Seaver had 25. I'm not sure if there was someone with 24 or if it was 23, Gaylord, maybe. But Marichal taking his warm-ups, and it's going to be Cletus leading it off. Giants looking for a very satisfying win here. Okay, here's Juan Marichal facing Cletus. Cletus 0 for 2 and a walk. The wind-up, the big kick, and the pitch from Marichal. That's going to be 6'9" right-handed. He grounds it to short X. That's Lanier, 229. He should have a chance to get to this. 229, that'll be 10-2. I think he's going to get there. He gets it on a G1, but he is a 27. Let's hope he doesn't boot it here. Lanier, E29. I mean, look at that high number. That's 6-12-17. That's trying to be booted. And it is a 2-base frickin' error by Hal Lanier. Whoa. I'm so sorry. It's just, I think it's intense. Okay. Lanier with a 2-base error. He booted it and then threw it over the frickin' head of even stretch McCovey. Let's look at this again. Lanier, he's got 229. He's good. He just got a bad roll. It was 10-2. He got to it. And then on 6-12-17, he's already an E27, 29, a little on the high range. And we go right across here and we see that there's a 17 staring you and me right in the face on an E2. It's a G1 E2. That's a bad boot job. And that's going to put Cletus in scoring position with Didier due up. And Garrido on deck. Oh my. Okay, Juan, everybody settle down. Everybody settle down. No need to panic. No one needs to panic. They are, I don't know where they're coming off with what they're going to do here. They're going to have Didier hit a switch hitter. They'll have Didier hit. So here's Didier. He's an A bunter. I don't think there's much room for that around here. You know, you just got to try to get some hits. That's what you got to freaking do here. And Didier steps in the box. Here's Juan Marichal. Again, going for 25. Didier 0 for 3. Juan from the stretch. The pitch to Didier. Oh, that's a 1-5. Grounds it to second. Hunt steps on that bag, throws it over. Oh, double play. Oh, what a pretty play by Ron Hunt. Double play, 2 outs. Oh my. We scored 4-3 right at him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a runner. The runner is on second. That's the cannabis. That's a freaking cannabis. No, it's not a double play, folks. It's a 1-5 right-handed ground ball, second runner holds. I am so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. It's a grounder to second. Runner should take third. We're going to see it on A. Now, wait a minute now. Demos. Maybe you're helping me learn something here. Demos. If no runners are forced, don't they hold? We'll try to get clarification here. Doesn't the runner hold on an A if not forced? I'll wait. I do not want to fuck this up. You know I want to be honest. It was Cletus on second from the 2-base error by Lanier. Second error of the ball game for the Giants. Was it the... Yeah. In super advanced they go. Yeah, go back to the textbook. But you see, the thing is, I have not been playing that rule. And before I start implementing this right now, right here and now, on this play, and it's not because I want the Giants, honestly, I need to learn this and decide to start implementing it. You follow what I'm saying? So that's the decision. I continue. It's really it's a basic rule, not advanced even. On the A, they hold. And I just want to know if you all understand, I'm typing this right now, that I did not know this rule, and therefore it would be inappropriate to apply it in this single case. Rather, let me learn and implement officially, like I have with super advanced stealing. And that's the basic message. I'll go back to the book. You don't have to cite it. But we're going to hold him. And I hope you understand my integrity. If it were San Francisco, I would hope that I would do the same. So Boyer will stay on second, the good news. And I'm going to go have to learn this. This is very, very concerning to me. And what I will do, this is my worksheet. I'm going to give a little note to myself to check text for how ground ball A is with runner on second. They may even say second and third. And this is super advanced. So this will be something that I go back to, and I will go to the textbook. But I hope you understand my integrity of not implementing this here and now, because I have not implemented it before. Okay? And it's that simple. The good news to deal with this, because I'll continue being ignorant until I learn this, which might be tomorrow, or maybe tonight on my own, will be the implementation of it officially. But to pick it on this case, I think is unfair. The good news, again, though, to bypass this issue is that it's not even the tying run, whether it be on second or third. Of course, on a fly ball, we'd have him come home. There is going to be a hitter for Garrido. Oh, there's going to be a hitter for Garrido, everybody. There is going to be, someone's coming out. Okay. Somebody is freaking coming out here. They don't have, oh yes, you know, this is a guy who should be able to do it. Folks, you're gonna love it. It's Dick Dietz. Oh yeah, we don't care that he's a 230 hitter. That's 11 home runs in 244 at bats. We had him hit clutch home runs. Oh, wait a minute. He's on the freaking Giants. What the hell? Oh, I am so sorry. Folks, I'm sorry. Christ. Get this freaking game over with already. Really. It's going to be Tony Gonzalez. I'm freaking out of my mind. Bob Aspromonte has been available, but we'll use Sonny Jackson if they're lucky enough to tie or go ahead here. We'll use Sonny to replace Gil Garrido if needed. But for now, we're going to have Tony I did not know that. You're telling me on an A they move. That is, you can't hold that. I know a C they would move, a B they would hold. They're not forced. So I'm not sure of that rule. I hope they, I always hope there's no hard feelings from anybody. Well, here's Gonzalez, and he's got the power. He can tie this ball game up with one swing. That's super advanced, okay. And here's Marichal. Some of you may say, well, you're not used to that. You're not used to seeing a guy do that. Well, I have not learned that yet. This is Gonzalez, left-handed hitter facing Marichal. 1 out, it's Cletus on second. Here's the pitch from Marichal. This is 3-7 right-handed, and he grounds it to second, again holding. Okay. Okay, holding again. You see, that's an A. That's 2 outs. Okay. Do you think, really? I mean, am I freaking, is my game completely sucked now because of this? Folks, help me out, somebody. There's going to be a hitter now for Reed. It may not even matter. 1, 2, and if I'm consistent, 3, 7 strikeouts. It may not even. Thus far, it doesn't matter. What do you say? This guy would come home now? I don't know. I don't think so. It's gonna be Mike Lum. I mean, your basic game, I know it's kind of asinine to even discuss, but your basic game says it's a foundation. Batter is out. If no runners are forced, runners hold. The same thing with B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. C, runners advance. Now, I have never really deviated from that. And I hope you're all not messed up in the head. I would be surprised that some of you would not have picked up on this. And frankly, I'm a bit dismayed and depressed about it, because I don't want you all to think that I'm not doing this right. I mean, I know I could go look right now in the instructions and see ground ball. Here's ground ball. You have super advanced. Here's ground ball ABC. Now, on ground ball, treat them in the same, for advanced, it's treat them in the same fashion as their basic game counterparts. Okay, this is page 6. Okay, also on the advanced side of more recent card, you'll notice underlined ground ball A's on pitching cards and underlined ground ball C readings. I don't see those. Ignore the underline and proceed normally when using these players against contemporary opponents. I don't know what that means. Page 19. Now this is going to be super advanced. Oh Lord, this, folks, you've got to help me out with this. You gotta, don't blame me. I'll close this whole thing down. Page 19. This is not a defensive shift. I have ground ball chart. This is page 19. And I see no, page 17, okay. As I am dismayed here. Okay, this is gonna be, what is this though? Is this, let me see here. Oh, this is super advanced. So I could tell you I'm doing advanced. So this is not a big deal. Maybe I'm being defensive. It's not a big deal. I should learn this though. Ground ball result chart. Super advanced. Runner on second. Ground ball A. What the hell? It's a 6. Okay, ground ball A, 6. If hit to first or second, the batter is out, runner advances. Otherwise, batter out, runner holds. If hit to first or second. This is infield back. Okay. First or second. Well, it was hit to short. It was hit to second. Okay, it was hit to second. The runner on second here, ground ball A. It was hit to second. He is out, and he will go to third. Okay, we will implement this now. Okay, that's redemption. Now I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to say it was 1 out with a runner on third. It's a ground ball A again. It was a frickin' A again. 3-7 on Gonzalez. Ground ball, second base A. That is Gonzalez. We're just learning this. I'm going to be, no, but Frank, I'm making this good. I am implementing this right now. It could maybe score only 1 run. I don't think he's coming home. Base, again, runner on second. This time it's an A. If hit to first or second, the batter is out. The runner does come in, so he will score. Treat it like a C. It's now a 5-4 ball game. It's unearned. Okay? That's what that is. And Mike Lum is coming up. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Now, before I move forward, I would like to know if you all feel that I have rectified this. I'm going to have to memorize this shit. This will eventually be something that you have memorized. This is the kind of thing where I may need to freaking cut this out. I don't have a printer, folks. I may have to freaking cut this shit out. So it's not and Frank, it was not a matter of that. I have not incorporated all super advanced rules. Okay? This is basic, this is advanced. We're doing super advanced thing. Runner being held. We've looked at this before. Updated fielding X chart. This, what the hell is this? Updated fielding X chart? What the hell is this? What the, this, I'm sure they refer to this in the text. Cut off, forget that. But okay, I did not do super advanced. I was using what I thought was advanced. It's completely rectified. Absolutely, that's what I wanted. I wanted some sort of confirmation, not that I want you to just tell me I'm right. Okay, and you had to bring the infield in if you wanted to. So where is the infield in chart, folks? Where is the frickin' infield in? Because I've been using advanced. Okay, on infield in, I've been using advanced. And don't laugh, but actually, wait a minute. I just want to get this one thing out of my system here. Here it is, infield in. Advanced, reduce the bunting rating by 1. Yeah, we know that. And that's the only change. That's the only. Wait a minute. Infield in, yeah. The super advanced. Oh, corners. Okay, I don't do corners. Folks, I do not do corners. I should someday. God. I'll have to read that up. This only corners. Okay, that's only corners, folks. So we're basically using infield in. Yeah, page 17, Joel. Let me see. As you had said, here it is. Infield in. Holding base runs. No, I do not see it on. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Infield in. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're right. The whole thing is infield back and in. And as far as in goes, with third occupied, yeah. Okay. Great. I guess there was logic to me wanting to figure out why the hell or what the hell that was about. Meanwhile, we have it rectified, and we were playing what I call advanced ABCs, because basic is advanced, and here's where you have the chart to fix it all up. Well, infield back. I call it back. Yeah, here's Lum now pinch hitting Marichal 1 out away. It is 5-4. We did implement this rule in the here and now. And here's Marichal trying to get his 25th win. No one on, 2 outs. Lum left-handed, the big wind-up, and the big kick. And the pitch from Juan Marichal, 3-8 hit deep by Lum, and it's dropping in for a double. And this game is completely legitimate too. We decided to implement the rule, and I want the Giants. So you see, it shows you the lack of bias, or the dealing with it. This went in favor of Atlanta. And now we got to be mindful of all the ABCs. We'll have to learn that. Meaning getting it in the bones. And I think I'm going to need to cut this thing up. I'm going to need to cut this frickin' thing out. Unfortunately, on this side, there's not so much that you're going to be missing. I don't know what this outfield adjustment chart is. I don't do individualized pitcher injuries. I think this is a waste. Here's a position player to pitch. This would be important, but I know I don't really need that. So we're going to pull that. In fact, Why put it off? I thought we implemented this. We're gonna frickin' ground ball result chart super advanced, and it's updated X charts. I don't know what the hell that means, but I'll take that too. I don't know what the hell that means. There's going to be, it's going to be, by the way, it's going to be Felipe coming up with Lum, the tying run in scoring position. Easy now. Take it nice and easy now. And my son's supposed to call. I've gone overtime here. He usually calls me right after 5. And if that be the case, let me see about getting this goddamn game done already. It's been great. Easy now. Easy. There you go. And you might as well just take this shit off. It's only going to distract you. This heading. Now, if you could laminate this, that would be great, but we have to keep that out. Okay, we've implemented it now. Marichal in his first endurance inning, and there's not only one hit, 2 outs now. Here's Felipe, and it's a clutch situation. Fasten your seatbelts. Marichal, and the pitch to Felipe. 2-8 right-handed base hit to right. Now this might score Lum. They should have brought a runner in. Atlanta should have brought a runner in, but he is a 1-14, 2 outs, 1-16. Let's be about stretching. He was not being held. So we're going to add 1, make him 1-17. This does not apply to... Do you add 1 and this, by the way, from right to third? But, you know, and left to third. But Lum is a 1-14 to tie this ball game, and we would have to pause this game and continue it later. He's a 1-14, 2 outs, 1-16. Not held 1-17. And this is going to tie the ball game. It's also going to put Felipe in scoring, and Demos doesn't do this. But I would have Felipe stretch it if they even throw. 1-17, they're going to let the run score. And it's a tie frickin' ball game, holding Felipe at first. Some of you may disagree with that. But I think Strat-O-Matic says that the batter goes. And it's a tie ball game. And now Juan Marichal is one hit or walk away from fatigue. It was a base hit. It was a 2-8 right-handed. Wait a minute. 2-8? On Felipe. That's right. Oh, I forgot Bond's arm, -4. I'm so sorry, folks. Wait a minute. That was not a complete calculation. That was a failed calculation. It's Felipe it's Lum 1-14, 2 outs 1-16. Add 1-17 with a runner not held. and then subtract 4. And that's 1 to 13. And we're going to throw it. This is to see if he gets it. And we will negate that whole thing. Yeah, it never ends, Joel. And I hope you're all with me on this. Lum has not scored yet. And the reason why is it was unfair to the Giants with a false calculation. So letting him go is correctly. So let's just bear with me now. You realize I'm a 65-year-old man. It's 14. We're going to add 1. We just want to make sure on the stretch. Where the fuck is my? Here it is. +1, -4. 2 outs plus 2. 14, 15, 11, 12, 13. And this was to right field Bonds, trying to win this ball game. Here's the throw from Bonds to get Lum, and he's safe. Now Felipe will go to second. And it's a tie ball game. Now I'm going to need to end this ball game right now because my son's calling me usually around this time. It's also unearned. It's also freaking unearned. I don't know. 2-4. I don't know how that shit happened. This should have been 1 run. We'll catch you all later. Take care. This inning is not over. So when we go back, we'll go check and we'll make sure we have Felipe on second, 2 down now. And Marichal still on the mound, not fatigued yet. Some would say take him out. But that's going to be the decision. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. I'll catch you next time.